Today I am making a video of basically the stereo system that I had when I was a young man in the mid-80s, stationed in the Philippines at Clark Air Base. Now this was typical, and this was actually this group here, not counting the black Sensui turntable, which I didn't have. I had a silver Yamaha turntable. Originally I had bought a rack of like pretty entry-level Yamaha stuff, but it was, you know, as a kid, it was something that I wanted Yamaha stereo equipment. I don't know why. So I bought that and ended up swapping out everything except the turntable, and which I don't have anymore. I sold that. So the black Yamaha cassette deck, I guess let me start. Here are some speakers. I don't have the originals, but these are some of the ones that I had while I was there. I think the first thing I swapped out was the receiver on the bottom here, which is a Yamaha R100. At the time, and it has a remote, which was actually a pretty cool remote setup. It actually turns the volume knob, which I always thought was amazing. It still works. You know, I had, like I said, the low quality independent components before, and of course I went back and forth to what was called the Four Seasons for you Clark guys. Went there and had a huge part of the store dedicated to stereo equipment. The prices were supposedly a lot better than in the States. I'd never priced this stuff in the States, couldn't afford to. So I listened to this Yamaha receiver, which has some interesting features. It's 100 watts. It's well made. You know, it has this built-in equalizer that had like a few presets. It was a great, you know, little piece. I've never had any problems with it. So I finally decided to get that. Sold the amp and the preamp to a buddy in the barracks. So I had that. I still had the old, very, very simple graphic equalizer, which some of you guys hate equalizers, I'm sure. But so I finally went and decided to go get this one, and I got it mostly because I wanted the spectrum analyzer. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I didn't have a TV. You know, watching stereo at night in the barracks, going to sleep was important to me, I think, at the time. So I got that. It's a good unit too, though. It works great. It's very simple to operate too. I like that, the way the buttons are set up on it. And then the cassette deck was the last thing that I got. I've got a couple of pictures of my old stereo set up in the barracks, and I noticed that the black. Now this is a, what is it? 1020. What are the letters? K1020. I think that's about the best cassette deck Yamaha ever made, and it was real, and it was good. It's a nice piece. A little control panel underneath here with more stuff in it. So that was it. That was the last thing I got. Oh, and I did have a reel-to-reel, which I don't have anymore. It was a TIAC 700. It was black. Never really worked to my liking. I sold it when I was in Tampa, Florida, stationed at MacDill at Central Command. So yeah, this is the stuff that I had as a kid. And I did also have a pair of Bose 301 bookshelf speaker-like speakers to add to my highs. Good little speakers, except that the foam surrounds deteriorated after about 7 or 8 years. It's crazy. So I don't have those anymore either. But the stuff that I have is pretty good. Oh, and there's I've got a whole bunch of pairs of headphones these days. Some really nice ones in the other room. But the ones I had there, if I can get the pictures to show in this, they were Yamaha YH100, I think. I really loved them, but they weren't very comfortable, and didn't really sound great either. So there you go. Let me see if I can find a way to get the pictures in the video.